Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel, part 177. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's been going on recently, but for some reason, the last few cancel episodes have just been me talking about movies that were just completely off my radar that suddenly get release dates. First, it was Gladiator 2, and then it was Operation Fortune. Now, with those two movies, I wasn't even thinking about them until the news broke out with both of them. But at least with those movies, I knew they existed. Like either they were complete or were about to start production. But this time, this is a movie I had no idea existed at all. Like this news, like it shocked me a little bit. And the news is about How to Train Your Dragon. No, not How to Train Your Dragon 4. So none of that. No. Something more unexpected. How to Train Your Dragon live action. I should repeat that. Live action pick in the works. Set spring 2025 release. Let's talk about this. I have so much to say. So, this live action version of How to Train Your Dragon has a date of March 14th, 2025. So, they're more or less fast tracking this thing. And okay. So as you know, How to Train Your Dragon is a series from Dreamworks Animation, right? Same guys behind Shrek, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, those guys. This is one of their bigger franchises, or one of the few one of their few real big franchises. Now the first How to Train Your Dragon movie came out in 2010. Okay. It started out a bit slow, but picked up a nice amount of momentum afterwards. More people saw it because word of mouth was so good because the movie was so good. And it made over 200 million domestic, almost 500 million worldwide. So naturally, DreamWorks would want to keep going. They'd want to make more movies, make a whole franchise out of this. And that's what they did. They made two sequels, one in 2014, the other in 2019. And there was TV shows, they went all in with How to Train Your Dragon. And after the third movie, most people assumed, okay, that's it, it's over. Hiccup's story is done, or Hiccup and Toothless's story done. You don't, but Universal decided recently, I guess they were like, all right, it's like they looked at what Disney's been doing the past decade when they with Disney, as you know, they've been remaking a lot of their animated stuff into live action to results. But one of those results is money. Lots of money. Billions of dollars worth of money. I guess they looked at that and they said, we should start doing that too. And they looked through their catalog, what DreamWorks movie, what movie do we have that would fit the live action format? What would fit best? And they looked at How to Train Your Dragon and were like, perfect. And here we go. All right. So yeah. Yeah, this whole thing feels so strange. Really really strange to me. If again, it feels so out of left field. Because I didn't even know DreamWorks or Universal, they were even thinking about doing something like this. But I guess again, they looked at that Disney money and was like, "Hey, we want some of that too." Now, I did some research, and the thing is, the first Shrek, the original Shrek from 2001. Sorry about the thunder going on in the background. Stupid weather. But the original Shrek wasn't supposed to be computer animated. No, it was supposed to be this live action motion capture hybrid movie, and apparently they did a test screening of it, and they hated it. DreamWorks hated it. They're like, this is awful. This is trash. We're doing this. This needs to be all animated, no live action, and that's what happened. honestly, I kind of want to see that version of Shrek because I think it would be equal parts hilarious and horrifying at the same time. Because this version of Shrek was like in the '90s. It was made in the '90s. If you know '90s CGI, then oh boy, that would have been an experience. Would have been a awful, awful experience, but it would have been something else. But obviously now technology has advanced so much, like it's crazy. Like so, I guess of all the DreamWorks movies to get the live action treatment, this makes the most sense in a way. I wish they didn't have to do this, but they clearly want to do this, and I'm like, well, if you're gonna do it, this is probably your best choice, honestly. And the thing is, like making like a live action version of this, or at least I guess a live action remake. Like, this movie isn't even that old. Like the first one was like in 2010. Like I mean, sure, technically you can call that old. It's like 13 years old, but it certainly doesn't feel old, like at all. Like pretty much every like a whole bunch of movies, like starting from like 2005, 6, and onwards, they really don't feel that old visually. They really don't. So yeah, it's kind of weird to even call How to Train Your Dragon old, but yeah, like I guess Hollywood, they ran out of stuff from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So you know what decade's next? The 2010s. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. It was only a matter of time before they started taking stuff from the 2010s and remaking it. And now it's happening. And ugh. But yeah, so yeah, I wanted to talk about this because I was so flabbergasted and so shocked by the announcement that I was like, I need to talk about this because I never would have guessed this would have happened. But yeah, yeah. So 2025, baby, a new How to Train Your Dragon movie. This time, live action humans and CGI dragons. Yay, yay, woo. Ugh. So that's really it. That's the only thing that really happened today. So time to play that favorite game. What will happen next? I don't know anymore. There's no point in even me playing this game because never I didn't I had I can't even talk right now. The past three cancel episodes, none of those movies were on my radar. So I imagine the next cancel episode is going to be another movie that I completely forgot about, or I had no idea it existed. It's gonna pop up. I have a feeling now that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, going through the calendar, February, no reason for anything to change. March, there's Operation Fortune right there. No reason to change. April, same thing pretty much. Like everything here more or less should come out. There's no reason for it to get pushed back. Yeah, just everything. Like going through May, June. A lot of these movies have trailers, or a lot of these movies are going to get trailers like very soon, so it really doesn't matter. Like July, August. Yeah, I'm not seeing like any real red flags, really. Well, I don't see anything. Yeah, September, then October, and November, December. Obviously, some movies are going to get filled in, like in the calendar. They're going to get added in the calendar, which is what we've been seeing for like the past month. But I think everything here, there's no reason for it to change at all, unless it's for like production reasons or something. And they got all these movies that will probably never come out at this rate. um, I certainly don't see Salem's Lot making it like at this point. I think that movie's dead. And then you got 2024, January, February, March, blah blah blah, April, May, June, July, to August, September, October, November, December, and 2025. Well, that's How to Train Your Dragon live action is not there yet, but it will pop up there. Just give it time. But yeah, that's what the next 2 years looks really. Yeah, next 2 years look like. So yeah. Um, That's it. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage, all previous cancel episodes I made on the channel. There's now 177 episodes, so you have plenty to choose from. So if you want to watch any episode, you want to binge them all from beginning to now, I highly encourage you to do that. So go do it. There's also box office predictions where I predict box office for movies. I know Marlowe came out today. I don't care. I'll just do it Friday alongside Ant-Man 3. Yeah, that's because that's just what I'm gonna do. So that's what's gonna happen. So I have those two movies to do. And I guess I have three more, I think, that I have to do. I know two are definitely I'm doing, but I guess there's a third. Yeah. But yeah, so stay tuned for all those movies. But if you want to watch any of the past prediction videos I made this year or any other years I've been doing this, you can go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. The recap video is still coming out this week. I tried to do it today. I really did. Tried to film it and it just wasn't working. So I'm going to have to push that back by a day or two. It sucks a lot. Really does, but it will come out this week. I will make sure it comes out this week. All right. So just stay tuned, be patient, okay? It will happen. But if you want to watch any of the past or recap videos I've made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.